You guys want to see something messed up? So I've got a 100-foot extension cord here running out to the middle of my backyard. Been having problems with one toilet. We went away camping. We came home. It was working when we left. It wasn't when we came home. And I said, well, it can't be clogged because nobody was here using it. And of course, that led me out here to the septic system on my lawn. And I opened that tank. And I want to show you guys, I've never thought of it before. It's kind of messed up, but there's a pump in there because I have an above ground septic system. So everything comes out of the house into these tanks and then it gets pumped out to the weeping bed, which is out there, an above ground system. I don't have a post or anything out here. I never really thought about where this box for the power was going to be. Check this out. This can't be to code. So I've got this open because I've been manually pumping it out. Here's the box right here. And look at it. It was smoking. The plunger arm on the pump down there stopped working. And the float. And so this whole thing filled with water and it came right up over top of that box. And that box was smoking when I opened this. It never tripped the breaker in the house. But this was full for a couple of days. No, there's no way that could ever be to code that you would have your box in there so that if the pump stopped working or if the float failed and the thing fills up with water, your electrical's right there and gets covered in water? Ah, what a mess. So now I've got to pay the guy to come on Tuesday. My buddy down the road, Rob, is an electrician, and I think we're going to end up having to put a post. I either put a post here in the middle of my backyard, which I kind of don't want, or I have to dig a line back over to the house and mount the power over there on the post under the deck maybe, because I don't know, I like having a nice big open backyard with no posts or anything. The kids run around, we play games here. Not only did I have the pump hooked up in there, but I had an alarm system that runs into the house. And this is what happened to the alarm system. It just blew the connector right off there, so the alarm never went off, but then the toilet stopped working. I knew I had a problem. So manually, I've been plugging this in. The pump still works, thankfully. And I've been draining this once a day so that we can keep having showers and things until the guy gets back here to... That's a very expensive grinder pump down there, probably $2,500 to replace. So thankfully, it's still working. Septic update. My buddy Rob is the electrician down the road. He's got one of his guys here and he's putting in an above ground post and all the wiring coming up out of the septic tank to fix this receptacle in the tank debacle that's going on. So that'll be fixed and it should be safe. And the pump still works, so dodged a little bullet there anyway. Still got to pay for the plumber who came and tore my toilet apart, and then pay for Rob's guy to come and do all this work. So it's probably going to cost me $1,000. And Cinderella's still here working too. Look at the size of that spider. That was living on my hot tub. It's freaking huge. Right now I'm relocating him out to the end of the driveway. I sucked him up in the vacuum and he was still alive. You're not making your way inside my house, buddy. Just loading up the truck to go do some photography. As you can see on the hood of the truck, it's starting to rain. 2 cameras, the DJI drone, some extra lenses in there. We're good to go. As you guys know, I am currently reading the Eckhart Tolle book, The Power of Now. And what he talks about in the first 3 chapters or so anyway is that you want to separate yourself from the endless prattle of the mind. You want to become the observer of the conversations that are happening in your head, the emotions that are happening in your body, and everything that is going on around you. You want to be as present as you can right now and not be attached to any of those things. And it really hits home to me because that's what I do when I'm behind the lens of a camera. I am that observer. And I realized that when I was 18, the first time I picked up a camera, it brought me into the now and focused me entirely on what I'm doing and observing my surroundings and just watching and paying attention and letting go of all of the problems that I have in the world to just focus on now. And that's what photography does for me. And this book is just reminding me of that. So today I'm going out shooting, and I'm going to spend the whole day out in the forest somewhere. There's no guarantees in wildlife photography, but I'm going to carry the cameras and I'm going to practice my art of now. Fall colors are here. The maples are starting to turn red already. It's actually quite early and odd to find a whole row of trees that have changed colors already. Those are the first I've seen, but we've got yellow to like pink to purple to red. I'm gonna get a shot of this. You can see the lowland wet area here, and I've noticed that before in certain marshes that happens. Whatever nutrients are in the marsh, they cause the trees to change faster than in other places. I just realized the coffee holder in the new truck is perfect for my spare lens. Yeah, here comes the rain. For years, I trained myself to pull over, shut the truck off, and then take your photographs. Just the vibration from the engine that's running wrecked many photos over the years, and it is something you have to be aware of. And so now, actually driving in the electric truck, we don't have to do that anymore. We can just pull over, immediately start shooting what we want. If there's deer running across the field, we don't miss the shot. It's nice. So we were just out working on the septic. The float was sticking again with a brand new float, so we got it figured out, me and the electrical guy from down the road. And as we were standing here, a mini tornado cell hit my backyard, and all the trees were bent right over. They almost touched the ground. We did have a warning on our phones from the government. They send out those alerts, and it said tornado warning, and the top of the maple tree snapped off right beside us and came crashing down, scared the hell out of us. So a whole bunch of little sticks came down, and then the top of my maple tree, that big maple right there, came crashing down. We were standing right there working on the septic, and another huge poplar got blown down back there. We heard it come crashing down. Dog's in heaven right now. We had that storm blow through and the yard is right full of sticks. Come here. You got to take more than one. You got to throw that in the swamp and get another one. Come here. Look, there's another one right here. Look, there's another one right there. Can you take two? Come on. Alright guys, I'm done my chores at the house today, so I've grabbed a couple of cameras, bag full of gear, drone, DJI, all of that stuff that we usually take with us. We're going to jump in the truck, Fall color is starting. It's a beautiful afternoon. Let's go see if we can find some wildlife or color. I don't know, just want to get out with the cameras. Kaylee and I spent 2 hours cutting up all the sticks and trees that fell down in the yard and hauling it to the fire pit. So I'm done working for today. It's time to do some photography. I noticed 6 of these big black squirrels out here in my neighborhood, just coming down from my place. We usually don't have those. One winter I did have one black one and one beautiful chestnut colored one, but usually we have the red squirrels. So those black squirrels, they're actually imports. Oh, here's a nice gray one right here. Again, these are like a European squirrel. We do have them in town, but around here, it's the red squirrels are the natural squirrels, the little small ones. And the red squirrels, they will beat those big guys up. These big guys are like 3 times their size, and they don't give an inch. The red ones, they defend this territory. This is their homeland. Just traveling the back road here, and I saw a nice little vine that the sun was coming through and lighting up those little red leaves right there. It's just little things like that that can make a great photograph if you're looking. Just a hint of color. Coming up just down this road is a big open marsh on each side. So I'm just gonna sneak along in the EV quietly and see if there's any marsh birds down there. Not seen any birds out there today. There's somebody out there in the swamp. Oh, they're trying to come through in a canoe. That's a tough go this time of year. Something tells me they haven't been through here before. This is the actual canoe route from the Voyageur days. And trust me, John and I know this swamp like the back of our hands. There is not enough water in here at the best of times to canoe through here. I'm sure they are hung up on the peat bog out there, so thick, probably cursing right now. The only good thing is there's no bugs right now to eat them alive as they come through. I want to laugh, but that would just be cruel. That is a ton of work and not very fun when you find yourself 6 miles into a trip and no water left to get where you're supposed to be going. A couple of young guys. Oh, they're working hard too. I'm kind of toying with the idea of waiting for them to get here to the road to see where the hell they think they're going, because this side isn't any better, and it gets worse again once you cross the train track down there. So I don't know, well, I know where they came from, but I don't know where they think they're going, because it's just miles and miles and miles of that slog that they're doing right now. If they were smart, they'd turn around and go back. But then I think, you know what? It's not really my adventure to intervene in, so I think I'll just let them keep doing their thing. I'm going to head on and keep doing some photography as the rains come. I wouldn't want to be them. A little rain shower in the sun. There's another sure sign of fall up there in those trees. The webworms. The nests are thick. want to be getting out in the next month as much as I can to capture fall in all its glory, the color, the changes. It's my favorite time of year, and I'm going to dedicate a lot of time to getting out here with the cameras and filming as much as I can for you guys. I love that change of season from fall into winter. The first snowfall, anyway. After that, it gets a little tedious.